What's up, everybody? Today we are gonna talk about random thoughts again. It's, in the middle of the Saturday night. Actually, I was meandering around Han River to find a perfect place to preach about what I'm thinking right now. But it's kind of hard to find one because there's a lot of people passing by me, and the dog just passed by me. So I just sat down on a chair and then just talk a little bit about it. You might have seen it. No, you must have seen it. Like why this Sando keeps uploading about English videos too much. It might feel daunting and intimidating, but the reason I'm doing this right now is it's way more important than you might think it would be. I mean, when it comes to English. If you don't learn English in your early age, it's gonna be really hard to find your career path and job occupation. I'm 24 right now, and then I started learning English like 2 years ago, but I should have started it earlier. Yeah, if I had known how important English would be, I would have started learning English more earlier. So that's my regret. So I'm just doing this kind of practice every single day. Actually, I take a video about myself to, I've said it a lot of times, to force myself practicing English every single day and check my English proficiency and pronunciation, because I'm currently studying deep learning, especially medical imaging system, CT, PT, and MRI, 3D images at Seoul National University. And I figured out how crucial, important it is, because if you don't know anything about English, you can't even study more on your career path. It's really important. It's really important to learn English in your early age. And if I thought if I just kept talking about like, yeah, hey guys, English is so important, so you gotta learn it in Korean. I didn't think that would be inspirational, because if I talk like that in Korean, that would be a shit, because I didn't even try it. If I were to speak like that in Korean, so I just decided to speak in English in my every videos on my channel, so that I can show you how desperate I am. How can you see how desperate I am? My face is going black and my hand is just disappears because of my anxiety and depression. which is dry, which is caused by English. Yeah, so that's what I have always been wanting to convey to you guys. Even if you're a Korean or not, you gotta know that English is really important. And I'm a native Korean, and I haven't learned English from a professional English teacher. I just taught myself English for about 2 years by myself, all alone. So I was, to be honest, I was really struggling with learning English by myself because there's no one around me to teach me how to learn English. So I just, I was staggering with English, and I felt depressed all the time because when I was talking to foreigners and native speakers, they didn't even know what I was talking about. It's really frustrating, and I felt overwhelmed and depressed. So that's the very moment that I decided to focus on pronunciation more in the first place when it comes to learning English, because the reason why we are learning English is because to communicate with other people. So I thought it would be really helpful to practice pronunciation in the first place. Yeah, if I achieved that goal, I thought I could convey my thoughts and my thoughts to other people and express myself to other people. And I'm still trying learning more difficult sentences such as conditional sentences. If I hadn't known something, I would have been able to do something, something like that, complicated English sentences. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm really desperate, and I feel depressed. I don't know why I feel depressed, because none of my videos that I previously released looks not very good, but I just keep doing it because I know who I am. I'm just one of those guys who would practice and work hard more to achieve my personal goals. And then if I ever reached on some priority, I could help other people as well. Yeah, it's really future oriented, aren't I? I'm really future oriented, aren't I? So I just counted how many days I studied English so far, and it sums up to 745 days ever since I started learning English by myself. So, and then I posted like 722 posts on HelloTalk in order for me to learn more about cultural differences in many different countries and all that. Yeah, and it's really interesting to see and gaze at what other people are doing to learn English and other languages. I can just I can just ruminate on the sentences and words that I have seen from other people, and then contemplate about it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just my learning methods. You know, I think if I know what I'm talking about right now, I think that's weird, because when you take a moment to think, if you take a moment to think about it, you don't actually think about what you're talking about when you're talking, like in English, and I'm actually not even thinking a lot about what I'm talking right now, because it just popped out of my head, and then I just distill these thoughts into this video. There's no time to how do I say, correct my sentences just in front of this camera and other conversations as well. So I encourage you to just speak out loud and talk more with other people whenever you feel ready to exchange your languages with other people, because there's no perfect moment to speak out loud. I used to be a perfectionist who don't really want to make a lot of mistakes when I was doing something, and that's the most obstacle I should tackle it. It's really hard to overcome it, because my personality type just didn't get me to do like that, because it's really humiliating, and I should be more vulnerable to talk like a fool. I don't want to be like a fool to other people. I don't want to seem like as a fool guy who don't really know who he is, so yeah, you can relate what I'm talking right now, because you've seen me for a couple of months so far, and if you're a HelloTalk user, you really know me. You really know how perseverance and resilient I am, and I hope you guys get some out of my video and my Hello Talk posting, because sometimes I feel like I'm just doing something meaningless stuff, you know, because sometimes there's no interaction with me, with other people, so I feel like I'm just ranting and raving about my complaints or something like that. But actually, to be honest, to be 100% honest, I don't really want to hurt other people's feelings and emotions, because, you know, why would I? Do I deserve to hurt other people's feelings and all that? I'm just one earthling who has been living in this earth, this globe, in Korea especially. So I feel drained sometimes because there are two messages to me, like, can you teach me Korean, and can you teach me Korean, and then I can teach you English and other languages, and all that. But I actually have my physical time and my own private social life and family stuff and all that, so it's kind of hard to keep having a conversation with every single one of you every single day in the right time, in the right moment. I feel ashamed, I feel a pity about it, but there's nothing I can do about it, you know. So the only thing that I can do right now is just leave out this mosquito just hit my ear. What was I talking about? I forget it. What was it? Let me think about it. Let me take a moment. The only thing that I can do about this overwhelming amount of messages to me is just keep myself being busy and live life to the fullest, you know. If I were to live life, there's someone is singing behind me. Anyway, if I were to live life to the fullest, people might think, this guy has been living life to the fullest, so there's gotta be some reason that he doesn't reply to me. I hope you get the meaning of my words. I hope that makes sense. So let me give you my routine nowadays. As I said, I'm at a Seoul National University medical grad school. I wake up in the early morning, like 7 a.m. and then go to the laboratory and then studying really hard about deep learning, like especially medical imaging improvement. I'm doing head and neck tumor challenge to find out the lesions, to segment the lesions from data. So I'm basically doing biomedical segmentation right now. The reason I'm doing this is I want to improve humans' lives qualities. You know, there are a lot more patients from this world that we can address with. So I just want to address this kind of issues to figure out how to segment the lesions from lesions and tumors from the data, and then predict how this person's health would be in the future. Then the physicians and doctors can give them prescription to cure their disease. Yeah. So, and then I get off work at 7 p.m. and then come back to my home and then just have some dinner with my family or alone, and then prepare for workout. So workout or run. I just run or workout for about like 2 hours per day, and then after that the time is around like 10 p.m. so I don't really have time to do something more weekdays like Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And in the meantime, I exchange languages with other people for Hello Talk, or just I just think about some, like, my own journal, and what else? My itinerary to share with people. Yeah. And on weekends, I just read books. I devour books all day, two days in a row. So that's my life. It sounds really tedious, doesn't it? Tedious and monotonous. But you gotta know that. No, I don't want to say like you gotta know that, something like that, because I don't have any authority to make you to feel like motivated, something like that. So I just keep talk. I will just keep talk. I just keep talking about my thoughts all alone. So don't get hurt from me. I think I can achieve anything that I want if I were to live like this, you know. That's because I never thought that I would get permission to some national university medical grad school, or I never thought I would be talking like this in front of this closed camera to convey my thoughts to you. And I would never I mean I never thought I can teach Korean and English both to other people through Hello Talk and other foreigners, you know, from all around the world. Yeah, besides that, I would like to approach to foreigners who have been struggling with their Korean, and then help them out without no payment. I don't really need a lot of money like that. I can live as I can live on just a certain amount of money. That's all I need. Yeah. So basically, I'm just being vulnerable, you know. Given that, you know, like as I said, I was wired to be a perfectionist who really don't don't expose my weaknesses to other people, because I don't really think that I'm a professional person. I have a self-doubt about myself. Like I keep talking to myself such as, why am I so unskillful and unmotivated and like that? Why am I this clumsy? Haha, haha. But I don't really care about it, because I know what my weaknesses are, so I can exploit my weaknesses and leverage my strengths, which is good. Which is good, because mindset is everything. Mindset is everything, you know. And I meditate from time to time to compose myself by meditating. Phew. So I can be free from anxiety and depression and all that, and I can unleash my potential to the fullest that I've ever imagined throughout the entire my life. Yeah. Speaking of what I was talking about, I don't know, forget about it. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. I'm just gonna end this video because I was planning to end this video within 30 minutes and it's just over right now. And I hope you get something out of this, and I hope you feel more comfortable. And yeah, that's what I was about to say. And I will take a video of myself like in the afternoon, because it's really dark, so you can't see my face. Like you can see just half of my face, right side of my face. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I'm a ninja right now. Anyway, okay, and then see you in the next video. If you like the video, please smash smash thumbs up button, and then give your comment in the comment sections and share your thoughts about my thoughts. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to see through this whole video with me. I sure appreciate it, and see you in the next video. Bye.